Happy Monday. Welcome to another week. Andre has no school today, so he's starting the week off great. He is currently in the room. I never cleaned yesterday, so cleaning is for sure on today's to-do list. But Andre is in the room. He is FaceTiming his this whole time. Wow, that is okay. Anywho, he is probably gonna spend the day chilling, living his best life. We love that for him. I am going to start brainstorming content for the first time. I am not a brainstormer. I am not a what's the word? I am not a strategist. I am not the type of girl that has ideas for a post and then I put it in my drafts or I pre-record. None of that. I literally, like what y'all see, aside from these vlogs, but even then, this is like I pick up my camera in real time. I just don't post it till later. I do everything in real time. Any post you ever see like online is done in real time. There is no drafting, there is no pre-planning, there is no strategy. And so as we were stating last week, we had to kind of pivot again. We were really relying on that job and I swore I was gonna get it. So I did not expect to have to basically take social media seriously. I'm still very much in this, I guess, answered prayer. Again, as much as I love doing this, I think the single mom in me is very practical and again very responsible, and this is not something I would just choose to do out of faith. It was just me and just me to worry about. Cool, I used to be super risky. I used to be the biggest risk taker. Like I would totally jump into stuff without even thinking about it. But I think motherhood like has really changed me, and it's just made me just more responsible. It's made me think a lot more, and it holds, of course, a heavier weight and a heavier burden, and just a heavier responsibility. So again, love what I do. It's not about not loving what I do. At this point, I'm convinced I'm not going back to corporate America. Like I keep, in the last video where we're talking about imposter syndrome, and I think I keep using that as an excuse. Like I keep saying I'm not gonna go all into social media because there's a part of me that still feels like this isn't the responsible thing to do. This isn't the logical thing to do. This isn't the thing that makes sense. Like I still can't get behind this idea of like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and pursue content full time and I am gonna be a full-time YouTuber and da-da-da. Like there's still resistance there, but we're pushing past it, we're fighting past it. And again, this is the circumstance that we're in, and we need to take care of this, whether we agree or not, whether we like it or not, whether it makes sense or not. At the end of the day, this is what God has in front of me, and this is God's resource in my life, and I need to steward it well, whether I think I'm capable of stewarding it or not, whether I think I deserve to steward it or not, whether I want to steward it or not. It's what God has in front of me. So it's gonna be a very interesting, fun week. And as you know, I'm only working on the weekends at the gym. So I think y'all are gonna kind of really see the spark come back in real time when it comes to content creation. You know how I've been saying that I have to bet on myself and like really get out of my comfort zone when it comes to talking about services I offer or things that I do. I had to do that again today with my Bible study. So again, I don't know what it is, but I don't like telling people about things that I do. Like I don't like going to TikTok and be like, hey yo, TikTok, everyone follow my Instagram, go to my Instagram. Or like I don't like going to Instagram and being like, well, now that you're here, follow me on TikTok, now you gotta go to YouTube. It's so weird to me. Like I don't like forcing people to do stuff. It's like, listen, who am I to make you follow me on 3 different platforms? Like just whatever you like, I'm here, you know? But at the same time, it's like I genuinely feel like I have good content on each platform, and depending on what you like maybe I could serve you over here too, you know? So anyway, going back to Bible study, we're doing Bible study again, as y'all know, as I show y'all every week, but I haven't told anyone that. I literally just was going on live, and then I was like, hey, like low-key we're back. So I officially made a post this morning. I do that thing in my mind where it's like no one cares. Like nobody cares about your Bible study. No one cares that you're going on Bible study. You don't even gotta tell anybody, which is so horrible. Like that's such a negative way to think, and like that's truly like what stops me. Like that's truly what will keep anybody from just continuing to like post and like just be true to themselves. And again, this is bigger than me, and it's so funny because I genuinely do feel like 8 times out of 10, these calls that my clients and the coaching calls that I book, the Holy Spirit uses that other person as well. It's not just me. Like the call this morning, I genuinely feel like as I was talking to her, it was like the Holy Spirit really talking to me. Like I was like, okay, you're right. And I was telling her that it's just bigger than her. Like sometimes we get in our head, right? And we overthink about what others think or how we're going to be perceived, or maybe we shouldn't do this because it's like no one's going to care, it's not going to get the engagement. Like all the vanity metrics, like all of the shallow things, we are human, and yes, it can get to us, but we always have to remember, like, to stay grounded. Like it's bigger than us. And if only one person comes to the Bible study tonight, okay, the point is, you know, I'm letting God use me. Point is, I'm spreading the gospel. Point is, like, I'm doing work for the kingdom, and that's what matters. Whether one person shows up, 10 people show up, or 1,000,000 people show up. Rather I post and I'm super excited and nobody comments, or rather 200 million bajillion people comment. Like, again, it's bigger than me. It's bigger than me. With that mindset, it really does change your perspective, and it really does get you excited, because you're like, okay, like you remember what you're doing for God, and it turns into this like, man, I can't wait to make you proud tonight. Like, what are we gonna talk about tonight? Like, it just changes the way you show up online, and I think just in real life also too. It just changes how you show up in relationships, and I think that's something that has allowed me to be unapologetically me. Of course, I'm human, and I have my moments where there's still self-doubt that comes in, of course, and I have moments of insecurity, but how I rewire, you know, how I get back grounded, and how I remember, and how I don't let like emotions completely take over me, and how I continue pushing out of my comfort zone, and I continue allowing the internet to see me try, and to see me fail, and to see me succeed. Like, I continue being super vulnerable, because it does take truly the strength of the Holy Spirit, and just remembering that, again, it's bigger than me, and I'm doing this for the Lord. So I'm not doing this in vain. And if I am, that's a heart posture check. So it's also a way to kind of keep me in check as well. So please, again, if you are struggling, if I can do it, you can do it. I promise. Like, I internally deal with the same stuff you deal with. And mind you, even when it comes to like a performance level, these videos do the worst. Like, they don't do well every time I post, and that's okay. Like, again, it's not about getting attached to the metrics, but these don't do well, because I never talk about me in that sense, you know? But again, we do it because we love it, and it's something I genuinely want people to find out about. Okay, you guys, wow. I just put in so much work. Okay, I'm about to give you the tea. Okay, I'm about to go over everything I just did, and feel free to copy everything. Feel free to take notes. So I have officially decided that I want to use Canva for everything. And the reason why I want to use Canva is because I can see all of my recent designs and just update them. You know, I don't have to like keep having to make like new thumbnails and stuff like that. As you can see in the recent designs, we have done different YouTube thumbnails. Here's the YouTube video intro. Here's the YouTube banner. Kind of, you know, played around with different ones, different templates. So using Canva, and I'm using all the free options. I haven't upgraded or anything like that. So the first thing I did was change my header. Last week when I was like giving all the rundown of what I wanted to do for YouTube, I was saying like I want this to definitely be a comfort channel. So I just decided to put get comfy, vlogs, healing combos, and big energy, because ultimately I feel like that's the vibe, that's the energy. Like vlogs, healing combos, and big energy, just like that. I changed my about me a little bit. Now it says, I'm all about love and just want to see you win. That's what it was. And I went ahead and added, through vlogs, chit chats, and teachable moments, we do life together in the realest ways. Welcome to your new comfort channel. So we went ahead and tweaked the about me. Now I had a video intro for like first time viewers, but I went ahead and took it out because now it's old. You can tweak what you want your home to look like. So I went ahead and put for you at the top. For any new viewers or returning viewers, I want YouTube to suggest to them what they might like best for my page. So when you come to my page, you'll see the recommended videos to you first. And then I went ahead and put the popular videos. That way you can have an idea of, you know, like what videos on my page have gained the most traction. And then I have all of my playlists already set up. Very bottom, I put past live stream. That's how I created that Bible study playlist, because all my Bible studies are just restreams that I was doing on YouTube when I was streaming Bible study on YouTube. Guys, going back to what I said last week, I do really want this channel to be a comfort channel. I've never been the type of person to niche down. I don't think I'll ever niche down. And so I'm really using these playlists to really showcase what you can really find in my channel. So that's why I have them in the forefront. So great, cool, all organized. Now I went ahead and took the time out to update every single playlist, and I'm very, very proud. So now every single playlist does have a description. I personally use ChatGPT for everything, it feels like, and I use ChatGPT to kind of help me create some descriptions. Of course I tweak it, it's not like a full copy and paste. And then I went ahead and made everything look cohesive. So again, going back to Canva, right, I went ahead and created a thumbnail really quickly. Again, that's what I mean by I like Canva, because I can go back to what I created like next week, right? So like for this vlog, I can just come here to this project and then just tweak it instead of having to like start over every single time. I also made the titles very cohesive. So I went ahead and my titles are gonna just say weekly vlog. It's just gonna say the type of vlog it is. And then in parentheses, I just kind of put everything that was going on that day. And then also for each description within the video, I wanted to make sure that was cohesive as well. And it's a little bit different depending on the playlist that it's in. So for my vlogs, now that I'm wanting to post every Sunday, I'll say happy Sunday. I'll let you know a little bit about what happened that week. And then I also took the time out to put timestamps. So a look into this week, I put the timestamps and kind of what happened that day. That way, since these are long form, like this video was almost an hour, you're able to see what day. I break it down each day. Like you're able to see what I did each day in case you're more interested, or in case you just looking at the vlog just to see a specific day. Like for example, like in this vlog, maybe you just wanted to tune in to, you know, see how we celebrated Andre's birthday. You could just watch Thursday. And these are automatically like hyperlinked. So when you're on your phone, you can literally just click it and it puts you there. So I thought that was very convenient. I went ahead and created just kind of a sign off that's on every single video. So I put my bio site so we can continue staying connected. For any business inquiries, I put my email, and then I put the link to my one-on-one coaching calls in case anybody wants to book, and I sign off saying with gratitude, Vanity. So this is another example. This is my watch this playlist, and these titles all look the same. So now I switched to watch this if you're struggling to get your life back, watch this if you're unhappy, watch this if you're feeling insecure. And in my what's tea playlist, I go ahead and say, let's talk about it, because that's the point of this playlist. It's more of like a Q&A, right? So I put, let's talk about it. Here are the DM questions answered in this video. So I let you know, where's the question coming from? Am I answering DMs? Am I answering one question? For my series playlist, I go ahead and let you know what series it is and what episode it is. And to keep these titles cohesive, I go ahead and let you know kind of what the title is. And the last part of it will always be the series that we're in the episode. So Healing But With God episode 1, Healing But With God episode 2. In this episode, I'm talking about how I've had enough. In this episit, we're talking about the identity shit. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm so excited. As somebody who is a procrastinator and who was just a few hours ago intimidated by all of this, I'm telling you, when you finally just sit down and take care of it, it feels like such a relief. I am so proud. I feel so organized on YouTube. I feel like super clear about what I'm doing. Again, feel free to go back in this video, pause, take notes. You could copy everything I did to a T. Again, I'm all about love. I just want to see you win, so you can use everything I use as like a template. Please let me know if you do. I'm here for it. I'm here to celebrate. And take some time today if you're watching this, or sometime, this next week to get your channel together. So now I'm gonna take a pause. Me and Andre are gonna eat something, and then I'm going to officially start cleaning up. Just finished Bible study. Favorite part of the day. Truly, it truly is. Look, we're drinking out of my little sloth mug. I might as well tell you guys, because I was just sharing with Instagram and TikTok that fun fact about me. I love sloths. Everyone associates me, well, everyone who knows me in real life associates me with sloths. Don't know kind of where that association began, but I don't know what it is about a sloth. I love them. So I even have one tattooed on me. That's how real that love is. I have a little sloth. He's red. I don't know why I associated it as a guy, but he's red and he's hanging on my little rib. He's kind of like, it's a cute little sloth. Like, it's a cutesy sloth. He's really little. He has a little heart. Adorable. I really love him. No one ever sees him. But yeah, I have a whole sloth tattoo. It's crazy, but I love sloth. So I have my little sloth mug tonight. I'm thinking I gotta I don't know. I gotta do something, I feel like, post Bible study. So, I don't know if it's because I spent like majority of this day getting my creative juices flowing with YouTube. But see, this is why it's so amazing to start as a creative, because then when your creative juices get flowing, they really get to flowing. And I really needed tonight's Bible study. So tonight we were in Proverbs, and Proverbs chapter 16 verse 3. Commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established. we're talking about, you know, trying to find that balance between planning your life and having a life and being a human who has to make decisions, but at the same time surrendering to God's will and God's plan for you. So we're talking about that. I really want, since Bible study right now like is not getting restreamed or not getting reposted anywhere, I want to like create like a post Bible study post. Rather, it's like that way I can post it on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok, and even like here on YouTube in my like little community thread, where I maybe put like the Bible study notes, you know, like what we went over, the notes, and like, I don't know, like a little mini teaching on it, if that makes sense. So maybe I'll think about that. Maybe I'll go on Canva and just kind of see what's available. It's January 20th, 2025. And my Bible studies really are not that big. Like my live ones, like on Instagram will average like maybe 40 people. And then on TikTok, now mind you, TikTok before when we were doing Bible studies regularly, we're averaging about 200 people. But since I'm kind of bringing my TikTok back altogether, I expect, you know, for the live not to be that many people. But right now we're getting a little bit up there. So I think we can get back to kind of like our average 200 people. Like tonight, it was an average about 80, you know? So like they're pretty small. They're not big. So I still want people to have access to like the information that I'm sharing in the Bible study for anybody who can't make it, and also just to keep track, you know, like I think we talk about amazing things and these verses have truly been helping me in my personal life. So I think I'm gonna meditate on that tonight. Jesus, what we doing? Happy Tuesday. Good evening. 3 things, okay? 1, let's talk finances really quick. You already know you're behind, or you already know you're struggling financially, or you already know you're negative, or you know you're just not in a good spot financially. It's hard to look at numbers and still try to budget and like still try to figure out where you're at because you feel so defeated. So I was like, let me sit down and you know, let me crunch the numbers and see like how much money I really need to come up with. And it's a lot. There's some bills that I've kept current. There's some that I've had to let go. Some bills are 3 months behind. Some bills are just 1 month behind. So it's just really all over the place right now. But if I want to be current, so if I want to be all up to date by February 1st, I need about $4,300. As of today, January 21st, 2025, I need $4,266 in order to pay all my bills. And we won't harp on this too long. Let this just, you know, be maybe an encouragement to you that, trust me, you are not alone. And let me have the audacity to want to do some fun stuff, you know what I mean? Go shopping, do something. But anyway, I just thought I'd say that. And I'd also encourage you to, if you just feel super defeated and don't want to look at your numbers, go ahead and look at your numbers. You know, I have a spreadsheet, by the way. I love a good spreadsheet. My friend made me this spreadsheet a few years ago and I live by it. It's so great. But yeah, don't be scared of the numbers. Get super organized with your finances. Even if you are negative, even if you are behind, don't be scared. Don't be scared to look, and then don't be scared to face kind of where you're at. Invite God in and be like, okay, like I'm sitting here and you know, we're gonna have to have this conversation, me and the Lord, tomorrow. But it's like, okay, God, like, I need this money. And we got what, 10 days to come up with this. I have no idea how, but I'm leaving it at your altar. And honestly, it helps me not be so fearful. I know sometimes like this may make somebody really scared, like just seeing that amount. Of course, I'm looking at the amount right now and I'm extremely overwhelmed. I'm just like, okay. But again, there's something about just trying and knowing that you're doing your best. And again, knowing that, okay, if I just keep showing up and doing what I know I'm supposed to do, I know God is going to take care of me somehow. He loves me too much. I always say this. He loves you too much. He loves me too much to let me continue living like this. And all I can do is just keep trying to do my best with what I got, which brings me to number 2. So I want to talk about kind of what I did today as far as social media goes. So y'all know this is a week that we are getting back locked in, figuring out what we're doing with the online space again. So I did a few things. So you know how I was just trying to figure, you know, so one, you know how I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my Bible study as far as like doing like a post Bible study post on my socials. I was thinking about my podcast page, the Prayer Closet Pod. I want to make a podcast. That's on my to-do list. I feel like I'm not in the right headspace to take on a full podcast, but I don't want to neglect that page. So the whole point of my podcast is, you know, helping you to renew your mind using the Bible and psychology. And I really want to start posting on that page. So I don't want to wait until the perfect moment. I don't want to wait until the perfect video. I don't want to wait until I actually have a podcast. Even though I did create this page, I want to go ahead and start making my faith-based messages on this page. And I want to go ahead and move my Bible study to that Instagram page. So that's going to come next Monday. We're actually going to stop doing Bible study live on my main page. We're going to go to the prayer closet page. And I had made a cute post for my Instagram, and on the post I created it on Canva, but I had put actually I can show you. I created this real cute like Bible study post to, you know, just continue announcing it and put it out there, but I have my main page on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do an official announcement next Monday and start posting Bible study content on the prayer closet. So that's what we're gonna do with Bible study. We're gonna go ahead and move that, and we're going to continue making very specific faith-based messages in the prayer closet pod. My old job, we used Google, so I'm very used to Google. I use Google Sheets, I use Google Drive, all the things. So as you can see, I have all these folders up here, and I took the time out to then start to organize these folders. So for example, I updated my client spreadsheet. So I have a whole spreadsheet that lists all my clients and all the notes from our calls. So I made sure that was up to date. And then for my YouTube channel, I went ahead and added each of my playlists that I currently have, so I can start scripting for each playlist. Start my Healing from Lust series and what this is gonna look like on YouTube. And then I wanna go ahead and start my self-love one that I wanna do in February. So now I officially have a place to script everything. Same with Bible study here. So the last few Bible studies, I've been just basically, you know, just going with the flow. But back in the day when I was doing Bible study last summer, when I was going on TikTok Live and YouTube Live, I actually had notes written out. So I want to go ahead and bring that back starting with next Monday's Bible study. So I feel a lot more organized with this. Everything kind of has a place now. Because I feel a lot more organized, something about like when you procrastinate or when you're super overwhelmed, something about just like getting what you need to get done, it really does put a fire under your butt. So in just these 2 days between yesterday and today, I feel like I've done so much and I feel super on top of it. Like I just feel super organized. I feel very intentional. It's keeping me from feeling overwhelmed and trying to balance it all, because as I slowly start getting back into the real groove of things, which you are about to witness, things truly do get can get very overwhelming, because at the end of the day, I'm balancing 2 TikTok pages, 2 Instagram pages, a YouTube, Thread, my whole business on the side with my one-on-one call, this Bible study, and then on top of just the regular content that I make. So it's a lot. But I can feel the excitement again. For those who don't know, last year I had this same fire. The first 6 months of the year, I was on fire online, and I really enjoyed it, and I was super consistent, and I was really passionate about it, and everything was growing, and I was seeing a lot of success, and we had hit 100,000 on TikTok, almost 100,000 on Instagram, had monetized YouTube, like so many things were happening, and I was so grateful. And then when I had made the decision to move out and move in with family, that's when everything stopped. So long story short, the first half of the year, I really felt like I was in my content, like real content creator bag, and it was great. But then the last 6 months of the year, I totally just stopped and fell off because of what was going on personally and trying to navigate that move. But shout out God, again, if you've watched the testimony video, you know that he made a way for me to get back into my own space and in the city that I love, which is Dallas. So now what this is, as we were coming into the new year, I was so grateful that he did that, and I was contemplating if I wanted to get back into content creation for real. I'm like, okay, well, now that I'm here in the city and I'm settled and I'm not like, you know, feeling burnt out and I'm not going through all these things, am I supposed to take content seriously again? And that's where I was debating. That's why when that job opportunity came up, I was not confused, but I was like, oh, bet, like this is a great opportunity. I can go back to corporate America and I can just do content on the side. So not getting that job once again has propelled me to take this seriously how I was last year. I can feel that coming back, even sitting here with having a capacity balance and having a negative bank account and, you know, seeing this ridiculously huge number that seems impossible to make right now. Even with all that, I still feel at peace, because I don't know, it's like, it's God. It's God. It's been a really good 2 days so far. And not only that, but you can kind of see it in my social media as well. When I'm on it, Like when I am just like not overthinking it, when I'm not burnt out, when I'm not disorganized, I just whip out content like that. I've been posting on, like I have just been posting what I love. Like I've been going on live more frequently. I'm getting my TikTok audience back. Like I basically feel like I'm back and I have some motion again, and that's great. That's awesome. Which brings me to the third thing, okay? So this is like a little testimony. So this again is just goes to show how funny and how good God is. Like I said last week, I don't know what he's doing in my life, but each day you just never know. So yesterday, you know how I was like letting you know, I showed you guys how I revamped my whole YouTube channel. Well, I decided to make it a thread. Like after I filmed that, I was like, you know what, this is really good information. I'm sure this will help somebody. And we actually just hit 10,000 followers on Threads, which I don't get on Threads like that. What you see on my Threads is whatever gets posted from my Instagram channel. And I didn't even realize it was doing that until like later on. Like I didn't realize that it was going straight to my Threads every Instagram post. So it probably looks so random, right? But I don't write on Threads. So I just recently saw that I hit 10,000 followers on Threads, and y'all know me, I love to talk, and I was like, oh, maybe this is another app that I can start using. And now I think I want to use it as like an app for me to just teach like everything I've learned, like share all my secrets and stuff. So I was like, oh, you know what, this is a perfect post for Threads. Like now that I want to start using it, let me go ahead and make a post about what to do, you know, how to bring your YouTube, how to create a YouTube channel from scratch basically. So I did that, and it did very well. I'm so grateful. I love when I can share something I've learned and just make somebody else's journey easy. So I'm super, super excited that it's helping people, and people are getting motivated to post and get their channel together and all the things. Love it, love it, love it. So a couple days ago, a thread had popped up like on my Instagram, and it was about a vision board party, and I was so interested. And I was like, wow, this looks like a lot of fun. It's a vision party that somebody is throwing in Dallas, and she was posting some threads and just testifying how God was able to provide her, you know, with vendors and a location and stuff like that. And the invite looks so cute. This would be a great opportunity to like go network, go meet people, and I really wanted to go. I personally had saw the tickets and I forgot the price, but in that moment I was like, yeah, no, like this isn't a priority for me. And I really wished I could go, but you know, it's like, as y'all know, my financial predicament, I can't be doing stuff like that right now. So again, this thread is blowing up a little bit. And then I saw somebody and she was like, hey, like I DM'd you, right? So I go to my Instagram DMs and I see this DM, and it's so kind. And this girl is just like, hey, like I saw your thread. I'm a sister in Christ. I am throwing an event and I'd love for you to come speak at it. And lo and behold, y'all, it's the same girl who I had just saw, and it was the event that I was looking at not too long ago. So that is so exciting. Yeah, I guess I can like officially announce that we have an opportunity for our very first speaking event, and I can't wait to tell y'all even more about it tomorrow. But ultimately, that's kind of what my day has looked like. So those three things, y'all know where I'm at financially. And you know, we've done a lot as far as locking in to the social media journey, getting our stride back, getting our passion back, like just getting excited again. Praise the Lord. And then 3, we just came across a new opportunity, a very exciting opportunity, because that's something I've always wanted to do. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for a filming day. Hi, happy Wednesday. As I said, today was gonna be a filming day, and it sure has been just that. I did something I don't typically do, and I made drafts. I made 6 videos, and I haven't edited them. I'm gonna let my phone cool down and charge for a little bit, and then at least edit one of them today. And it feels really good. Like I've said before, like when I post, I like to just say what's on my mind. I don't know what it is about me and like not being able to, again, create ahead of time and like save things. I think a lot, and my thoughts, they just go by so fast, and I'm on to the next, that sometimes when I make a video and I sit on it for a couple days, or I go back and edit it, I'm like, ugh, like that's irrelevant now. Because it's no longer relevant in my brain, I automatically write it off. It's like, oh, no one's gonna care about it. Does that make sense? So I'm trying to push past that. Good morning. It's Friday. We missed a day yesterday because I woke up and I was absolutely just dead all day. Like the way I slept all day I didn't have any energy. I don't know if it's just because like I've been working on the weekends, right? So it's like I haven't really had a moment to like, I guess, rest. But yesterday I did realize one major thing. One is I'm not healthy. Like, I am out of shape. I don't eat right. Like, this will be a conversation for a different video. I'm actually gonna make a video tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna make a whole separate YouTube video, and it's gonna be about how we're gonna get our health all the way back in track, because I'm not taking care of myself and it is like really showing through my body and my health. Like, I do not have the energy. My mental sharpness is just not there. Like, I am to the point where I'm like gluttony is real, let me tell you. Like, it's to the point where my body is now addicted to like sugar and fat, and it's so hard for me to say no. I am like over consuming food like crazy. My appetite is all over the place. It's not good over here. So that's gonna be a separate video. But that I realized, the second thing I realized too that I'm currently working through and trying to fight through is, I think this maybe has to do with the imposter syndrome, I'm not sure, but as soon as I do get excited about something, so you know the other day when I was like telling y'all like, okay, like I feel clarity, there's a plan. As soon as I say that, or as soon as I think I do, then all of a sudden, like, boom, like that's when I'm like, wait, like, is this really happening? Do I have clarity? Like, am I really doing this? Wait, I don't want to do this. Like, I started thinking about the job again, and like for a second I was like, wait, like I don't actually have to live this life. Like, I could be working a corporate job, and am I still supposed to be applying to corporate jobs? Like, as soon as I get my confidence when it comes to this, like specifically this, and like content creation and like being an entrepreneur and like really pursuing, like, this is why I can't ever go all in. And this is like the part that is so crucial that I have to work through. Like, this is the part that where I truly have to be like 10 toes down and stay faithful and be like, no, like, let's just give it a try. Like, let's be consistent. You've only said this, like, you only committed to this like 2 days ago. Like, let's stay committed and let's see it through. So that's currently what we're gonna have to work through. We are gonna have to see this crazy dream full-time content creator, entrepreneur, single mom life out. We're gonna have to see this through. We're gonna have to be consistent, and we're gonna have to push past like the doubt and the fear. And we're gonna have to push past like the financial scarcity mindset. And this is truly the hardest part. So that's what we're currently working on. Okay, wow, you guys, I discovered Notion and now I am using it. I feel so organized. I already put my calendar together, and also what I like is I can see it in this view, put it in order by dates, so I can see what I have coming up. So for example, okay, I need to plan something. What do I need to plan? Okay, I want to post a vlog. What else do I have to plan? Oh, I have a Bible study. When? January 27th. Okay, cool, we have to go ahead and plan that out. So I think this just saved my entire life. I'm gonna see, you know, how this works and if it's something I can commit to, because like I said earlier, like, I'm not a planner, I'm not a big, you know, like strategy type of creator. So we'll see if this helps me be more accountable. So currently right now I'm gonna take a little break because my AirPods died, so I can't hear my video that I'm editing. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back home. But what I'm currently doing is I'm trying to find a space that I can film my, basically like my podcast, like my prayer closet videos, because with those videos I do want to put a little bit more effort. I want to bring my mic out, and I want, you know, I want this to look really, really good, and I want to go to the same designated space and just go ahead and like batch content. I don't want to just be in, and I don't want to do it in my apartment because there's really no, like, I think good clear space. I mean, I could, but I don't know. If I can find like a really, somewhere with like a really nice background, somewhere consistent, that'd be great. So I have a lot to work with living here at the village. However, there's really no like private office space. Everything is out in the open. And the thing is like, if the weather was nicer, I could totally like just sit there, get a towel, bring my mic out. I can sit on the grass. It's just so cold. This is a restaurant. I'm currently at the hotel. I love the hotel lobby. The only thing is the hotel plays music, and I feel like you would hear that in the back of the video. So, and that would be a great space over there. However, it's like seasonal. That's our country club, and it's only open like during the winter and then during the summer. So it's closed right now. Oh, am I stuck out here? Oh, this is awkward. All right. Well, that's fine. I'll give y'all a little more of a tour, I guess. Or like this would be like a cute sitting spot. Like there's a lot of cute sitting areas that I can bring my mic out and film. But again, you have that music. Or I can come sit out here. This is another restaurant. I can use like this outdoor space, and I love filming outside. I love making content outside. However, again, it's too cold. Like, this weather is not it. So I was ideally wanting a little cute private room, but it's fine. We'll come back and visit this next week when we start filming.